Happy new moon in Pisces. Welcome to the Tree Gong Healing New Moon ritual here on Facebook and YouTube. What is in your shadow waiting to be healed? The new moon is the time to go within, to examine your life. Find the gifts inside of the shadow and emerge with your intention clear and your purpose nourished and nurtured from within. So as you're joining me, whether you're here live or on the replay, say hello, let me know you're here, and let me know what is coming to the surface to be healed for you right now. I have been in a going within phase throughout this year of 2021. It has been a time for building foundations of what I would really like to create in the world, what I want to spend the rest of my life doing. And inside of my shadow, I discovered a fear of showing up in my full capacity and full capabilities. I discovered a wounded child who taught herself to read at 4 and was so excited to go to school and learn things at 6 until she was told, "This is your reading group, the one where there are 5 words per page. Even though you're reading full-length chapter books, we're going to put you in this box. There is no place in this school for you and your full capabilities. And if you allow yourself to shine, you are likely to be shunned and ignored." Hi, Jyoti. Welcome from Nepal. Jyoti, I would love to hear, what are the fears that you would like to heal? And if you'd like to drop in your specific health issues, then we can share any tips and insights that can help you with that healing. I'm sharing a little bit right now about what fears have come up for me as I step into a more powerful role of leadership. I am in the process of getting my TED Talk onto a TEDx stage, and in that process, I'm realizing that I am being called to a deeper connection to my creativity and my true capabilities to bring great works of art into the world. And I am finding this fear inside that even that if I were to bring my best work to the world, that I would still not be recognized. And I have come to realize that that doesn't matter, because it's not about other people recognizing me. It's about my spirit feeling fulfilled by creating what she came into this body to create. And Jyoti and anyone else out there who is having fears, recognize that fear is a very powerful guide in this life. And to ignore our fears is discounting the usefulness of these fears. And so when we go into those places, and into those shadowy places in our psyche, the places that we usually hide away or even hide from ourselves because it's painful or difficult or scary to look into those shadows and to see what might be in there, what mistakes we made during life, perhaps, what challenges we maybe don't feel like we've totally risen above in spite of our best efforts. And as I was getting ready to come live today, I have had a morning of sneezing. And so I'm having a little bit of fear that I might have a sneezing attack in the middle of my live video. And it took a lot of courage to come on in the midst of a sneezing attack because I want to portray this beautiful, light, healthy healer that I am. And it's challenging to also portray the vulnerable, scared, sometimes affected by health issues person that I am. And Jyoti says, fears, same like yours, and also unseen fears, mental blockage, and thinking. And this is why, Jyoti, I asked you to speak to what the fears are. Because when we have unseen fears, when we generalize our fear, then it just will keep coming back because we're not really looking at it head on. And so when the moon is in shadow, we can also put our veil on and look within and really come to a place where we see the fears, and that's when we're able to move through them. So I invite you to keep going into this inquiry, Jyoti, and bringing these fears to the surface. And we don't have to heal them all at once. We can just focus on one at a time, whichever one is coming up for you in the moment. So if you're just dropping in and you're here with me live, or if you're watching the replay, I'd love to hear from you and tune into what is in your shadow. When you go into that dark place in your psyche where you tend to hide, what do you find there? And what I have found is that by allowing myself to go into the places where the things that maybe I'm not too proud of, the things that I maybe wish I could change, there are powerful learning experiences there. And this is also where I access my greatest gifts. So that child I was speaking of earlier who taught herself to read and then was so disillusioned by going to school, she has a dream to be a published author, to be recognized for her gifts. And I have realized that my fear that I won't be recognized has stopped me so many times, but my need to create what comes from my soul far overrides any fear that I may not be recognized. And I may not. I may publish a great work of art that is not ever recognized. I may send out hundreds of applications before I get onto a TEDx stage to give my talk. And yet, when I allow myself to create what is really coming through me from that deep well of my soul, then I feel fulfilled. No matter how many accomplishments I make in life, if I don't fulfill those deep, deep dreams that I've been carrying with me my entire life, then I will never feel like I succeeded in life. And so one of the ways that we can really look at what am I meant to do here in this life is to look at what will I feel like I missed? If I were to die today, what would I feel like I missed in my life? And that's the thing to focus on, to bring into your life. And so yesterday I was out walking with a friend, and we're going to get to our new moon ritual very soon. So prepare your intentions for what you would like to unearth as we go into this dark time of the moon and plant our intentions and what you would like to bring into fruition in the next moon cycle. And then I'm going to share an opportunity to join me on the full moon for a really powerful virtual retreat. But first, I want to tell you a story of yesterday, because yesterday I went for a walk, and I was walking in an area that I often walk in, but a slightly different path. And this rock just jumped out at me. This is the surface that was facing up, and it's hard to see in the camera, but this is a goddess stone. And this goddess stone is shining a light of innocence to be reclaimed during the full blossoming of womanhood. So I invite you to allow yourself to reclaim the innocence that you still carry within you, regardless of your life experiences or your life circumstances. There is an innocent child that you still are, regardless of your age, regardless of what you have done in your life or not done in your life. And so I'm going to invite you in our ceremony today to really connect to that innocence that you carry. And I realized as I walked on carrying this stone, that this stone had unearthed itself right where I did a crystal healing ceremony for myself to reclaim my innocence, to reclaim the innocence of my early childhood before I knew that maybe I couldn't do everything that I thought I could. And so I am reclaiming that today, and I invite you to also reclaim the belief in yourself that you had maybe only as a very, very young child. For many of us, for maybe venture I to say most of us, we abandon our innocence often way before we are ready, way younger than one would think. And I know for me, my innocence was first tarnished when I was 5 years old and I lost my father. And there were many experiences through my growing to womanhood that felt like my innocence were so far gone that there was nothing left to be reclaimed. And then I realized that that pure soul is still who I am. So I invite you today to choose to reclaim who you truly are and walk forward as that beautiful being of light with this white goddess stone energy supporting you, uplifting and holding you. And later in my walk, I found this stone that is like an emerging heart. It's a very raw, rough stone. And then this heart is coming out of it as if birthing from an egg. And so, in this process of reclaiming innocence, we are also freeing our heart that we may have cast in stone and locked away. I'm inviting you to reclaim your innocence and set your heart free and allow yourself to love and be loved. Allow yourself to love yourself and be loved by you. So, welcome to the ceremonial portion of the services. I invite you to drop in with me. And one more time, if you are just joining now, I'd love to hear from some of you. What is coming to the surface from your shadow to be healed today? Let's actually allow that shadow self to come to the surface and look her or him into the eyes and offer that divine love that you are to hold this part that may feel broken or sullied, and allow yourself to reclaim your innocence, to free your heart, and to step onto your true path of service, service to the divine, service to your true gifts, service to creation. These are my healing herbs that I am sipping to keep the sneezing attack down. So I invite you to grab a glass of water and join me for a ritual new moon prayer service. And I'm going to activate these two stones that I shared with you, the white goddess stone of reclaiming innocence within the full blossoming of maturity, and the emerging heart stone. So I will be holding these stones under the water. Hello, Elizabeth. Welcome. So nice to see you today. So if you have a special stone, these two stones that just came to me on my walk yesterday came to me specifically for this ritual today. And because it's a Pisces full moon, we're going to do a water prayer and activate the water within our bodies, the water of the planet, and the element of water connecting to a clearing out of fear and trauma and a reconnecting to that sense of peace that comes from deep ancestral wisdom. So coming into your foundation, feel your connection with the earth. Place your feet on the floor, or if you are sitting cross-legged, just tune into the foundation of your seat. Take some deep breaths and feel the water in your body flowing down with the force of gravity to connect to the water in the planet. Take your awareness with the breath deep into the underground waterways of the planet Earth. The deep water that flows under the earth just as the blood flows through your veins. And ask to be shown what is beneath the surface that is ready to be healed. What deep ancestral traumas or deeply personal traumas are you carrying that are ready to be released into the flow of the water, to be cleansed, cleared, renewed, and transformed into deep wisdom, inner knowing, calmness, clarity? I call in the goddess energy, divine mother, Mother Gaia, Earth Mother, divine feminine creatrix that resides within each and every human and each and every life form on the planet. Please be with us. Please imbue the water in this glass, the water inside my body, the water underneath the earth's surface, and the water in all life forms. Also the water in the clouds, the rain, the sky, the ocean, all the bodies of water planet-wide, with a sense of peaceful, calming, healing energy, clearing out the toxins, clearing out the traumas, clearing out the negativity, the self-doubt, the judgments, the divisiveness, and replacing it with a sense of clarity, peacefulness, deep knowing wisdom. Breathing into what it feels like for the water molecules to be restructured in this way inside of your body. As you breathe, breathe in that divine feminine goddess energy, feeling it gently cleansing, healing, purifying, returning you to your innocence. Thank you, Divine Mother, for your presence with us today. Thank you for that divine love, and we reflect it back to you. Thank you to the moon for shining her dark light in this time of the new moon in Pisces. Thank you for the deep mystery. As we go into this deep mystery, we ask to be shown what is ready to be healed within us. Now, with me, take some deep breaths into the center of your heart. And whatever is coming to the surface, just recognize it. Make an offering. And now, visualizing your intention for yourself. My intention that I bring on this day is to gather exactly those healers who need this wisdom that I carry to join me for 3 days at the full moon to banish self-doubt, to transform from within, and to unleash their superpowers. May I be of service to the highest good, and may I receive a reflection of how this service ripples out to serve the healing of the planet. Thank you for this wonderful blessing of life. Thank you for this opportunity to gather together in ceremony. Amen. Aho. Blessed be. And we drink our restructured water. And I touch the water with my fingertip and anoint my brow, my crown, the back of the third eye, and the heart center. Thank you for joining me for this new moon blessing ceremony. May you reclaim your innocence and free your heart. And if you are ready to banish self-doubt, transform your shadows into your gifts, and unlock your superpowers, unleash the wings of your heart, then I would love to invite you to join me on the full moon in March 26th, 27th, and 28th for a 3-day virtual Unleash Your Inner Healer retreat. Here is the link to join in the chat. It's also in the description of the video. I hope to see you there. And please, whether you're here live or on the replay, drop your intentions into the chat so that we can hold them together in the collective. And here's the link to join the virtual retreat at the end of the month. I hope to see you all there. So much love. You are so valued and needed and such a blessing to this planet. You deserve all the love. Namaste.